Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to the Wednesday update where I essentially talk about things related to the channel and answer some of your questions. So I have been starting this off, at least the last video or two, talking about the upcoming videos for the weekend. Now, right now things are a little bit up in the air. I know for sure, because I already have these recorded at this point, that there will be a 4th episode of the Lantern Forge series, as well as a 5th episode for Planet Explorers. So keep an eye out for those coming up this weekend. I've got some open spots because I've got some other games that may or may not show up. That kind of leads me to my next point, which is to say that I've got some more Weem Tries videos coming pretty soon, I hope, question mark? I've been in talks with a few different developers, and one in particular I was really excited about his game, but it's having some problems. I can't install it, so we worked back and forth for a bit. It sounds like it may just be a Windows thing. I've got Windows 8.1, and he said that it's been a problem with a couple other people on Windows 8, and that's happened to me with a previous game too. Keeper RL had a similar issue. So hopefully he gets that worked out, because I'm excited to bring that to the channel. I've got a couple other things out there as well, and just kind of nailing those down, and hopefully I'm going to get one of those at least by this weekend, recorded and up, but we'll see how things go. It could be that we get a banished episode in. I had intended on doing one last week, but didn't get to it. So Lantern Forge, Planet Explorers, and then after that it's kind of up in the air. Maybe a banished, maybe a Weem Tries of some new game. So keep an eye out for those. Now, one of the other things I wanted to talk about was what I'm calling random videos. I wanted to throw this out at you and see what you guys thought. It was a few days ago I was actually playing Hearthstone. I've been playing that quite a bit, trying to get better at it. I'm pretty terrible, but I want to be better. I enjoy the game. Even when I lose, it's still been pretty fun. So anyway, I was playing and I thought, I could be recording this. That'd be kind of fun, throw it on the channel, and that actually occurs quite frequently, especially when I'm playing and not recording, because so much of my time when I actually can sit down and play a game is dedicated to recording for the channel, that when I'm not, it's great because I get to have, I'm kind of having fun. I'm not trying to record and make sure that I'm kind of covering everything. I'm just kind of having fun. But there are times when I actually feel like recording, and that was happening when I was playing Hearthstone. But I thought, well, I don't know, does anybody really want to see me play Hearthstone? Does that really even matter? That's kind of on one hand. On the other hand, well, it's my channel. I could just throw up videos, right? Just toss them up. You guys don't have to watch them. So anyway, I thought I would throw that out there. Please do leave a comment. Let me know what you think about what I'm calling random videos. If some of those showed up from time to time, would you be interested in those kinds of things? I definitely want to know. And while I'm talking about leaving comments, because we're about to kind of jump into questions now, I've got some questions here I'm going to answer for you guys. Do please leave a comment if you have any questions you would like to see answered next Wednesday. I would definitely appreciate that. So with that, let's jump into the questions, and we're going to start things off with Cosmic Gamer GR, who asks, have you ever tried a different genre, and if you can tell us what you liked about it in the end? Yes. I assume that what you're saying is that I play a lot of open world sandboxy games, because that is what I do. It's what I enjoy doing on the channel. I feel like I can kind of express my creativity, go around and do whatever I want to do, and I think that people tend to enjoy that. I enjoy that in other people's channels as well, those kinds of things. It's harder for me to watch these kinds of videos in games that are very linear, where everybody goes down the same path, there's only one way to win. That's kind of boring, for me to watch. But the open world kind of stuff is fun because you get to see somebody's creativity and see the way they approach the game. So anyway, that's kind of covering why I do a lot of these types of games, or why I assume you're kind of getting at I've got this one genre I do. But the fact is I actually play a ton of games. I play all kinds of games, but I just find those to be easiest for my channel. I shouldn't say easiest. It's not like I'm lazy. It's that I think that I'm best at those is what it really comes down to. When I get into, say, platformers, I enjoy platformers. They're a lot of fun. I'm terrible at them. In fact, I think this is about to be a theme. If we talk about MOBAs, I actually kind of enjoy them, but I'm terrible at them. You kind of see where I'm going here. There's a lot of different genres I play, a lot of stuff that I like. Some of them I'm better than others, but yeah, anyway, that's just pretty much how it goes. I think that these kind of games fit really well for me on the channel. I enjoy them a ton, so that's what they're doing here. I definitely have done the first-person shooter thing too. I really like that. Going back to, let's see, Battlefield, 1942, Battlefield 2, Bad Company, all of those. I actually played those quite a bit. I never got into Battlefield 3, and I haven't really followed it since then. I kind of moved on. I think this channel, I think Weemcast kind of took things over, so I haven't had as much time for those kinds of games, but I do enjoy those from time to time. So anyway, let's jump to the next question here. Angel Costa. Angel, you asked me a ton of questions, which is awesome. A lot of them are related to YouTube, though. Excuse me. So questions like how did I make it to where I am now? What was the first game on my channel? How did I start it? Who inspired me? That is a thing that I could go on for days about. So I'm kind of thinking that I might reserve something like that to a whole nother video if you guys are interested. So if you guys want to see a video like that where I'm kind of talking about the channel, how I started it, why I started it, kind of get into that kind of background stuff, please do leave me a comment. Let me know that's something you'd be interested in. Right now I don't know if there's any interest there because I don't get asked about that a lot, at least not here on the channel. It does come up on Reddit. I do like to participate in the Let's Play subreddit. I like to talk to other people who have channels. I love giving advice and sharing the things that I've learned with others. So I talk a lot about it there, but as far as on the channel, I don't get quizzed too much about my background or how I started or anything like that. So I would definitely need to hear from you guys if you want to see something like that. Third question we have here is from Fluffy Dragon Kitten, who asks if I am going to do a 10K subscriber special. So I know a lot of people do those kind of things, 1,000 subscribers or this or that. They hit, certain milestones. They do videos. It's not something that I've done. And I think if I try to narrow down the reason, what it really comes down to is it's hard to talk about those kind of things. And my channel has done so amazing, thanks to you guys, for, especially during the last year. It's done so well. It's hard to talk about those kind of things and not sound like you're bragging. I think that's my problem. Anytime I actually am like, oh, this thing is going really well, I feel like it's weird to talk about because, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just don't feel, I'm not that kind of person to brag about something. And that's what it feels like. So those kinds of things I haven't really done. I mention them in places. I say, oh, this is, maybe on Twitter I say, oh, this is kind of cool. I hit 1 million views. Something like that. But as far as celebrating on the channel, doing something special, it's not something I've done. Now, I'm not entirely against it. I believe I asked you kind of what you had in mind, and you said maybe just a longer video with a longer Q&A. So, maybe something like that, that's something I might do. I'm not really sure. Definitely leave me some comments, you guys, if you got some ideas for something like that. If we get that far, we get up to 10,000 subscribers, and you want to see a special episode, let me know what you think about that. I mean, it could be as simple as maybe I give a top 10 games, favorite games of mine, or maybe I have considered doing top 10 games played on the channel in 2014, things like that. So anyway, I know there's a number of different things we can do. People do all kinds of different things for those, and I'm still up in the air, so I'd need to hear from you guys on that. Okay, and Minecraft Player 1239 has got another question for me. He asked one last time as well. He asked, what's your favorite game that you post or play the most? So I didn't put a whole lot of thought in this. I was kind of grabbing questions, and now I'm kind of drawing a blank. Let's kind of look at this again. Your favorite game that you post or play the most? I really love, obviously, because of the channel, the open world style games. I think those are the best. This kind of goes back to Minecraft, which completely blew me away. I played it when it was very, very, very early on. There really was only a couple different things you could do in the game, and I just kept thinking ahead. I was like, oh, this is really cool. And as the game grew and started adding things, still very early on, it just completely sucked me in. And so, yeah, those are the games I really tend to like to play. I don't want to say Minecraft-esque, but just when we talk about open world, procedurally generated worlds, where basically you explore out and the world is generated as you go, it's all randomly created. I love that. I get a sense of exploration, and I love the idea that I can run around and say, this is a cool spot. I'm going to settle down, I'm going to build a base, or I could up and leave the next day if I wanted to. So those are the kind of games I like to play the most, at least right now, at least for a while now. really. So anyway, I hope that answers your question, and I hope that answers all your guys' questions. I know there was actually in the last video there was a lot of questions, and I didn't get to all of them. But please do leave your questions below if you've got any more for me, or if I didn't answer them. I definitely will appreciate that, and we'll see if we can get to them next time. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you later.